I got a lot of eyes on Spacely. I think Spacely is kind of like the player for this team for me, where he has to like really, really do well. Thoughts?
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Well, really, all of them. I haven't seen them play much, to be honest.
I know.
They haven't been together that long, and I haven't really been able to see them put in a ton of time with. It really goes back to the scrimming. I mean, just on Twitter, and when we're on, checking on Twitch, MLG, looking through to see who's streaming, and you haven't seen outside of all the wager matches, everything that people have been doing. There hasn't been. I haven't seen like. TS,
exactly.
that much through my Twitter timeline. That's basically what I judge my life off of, and what's happening in Call of Duty is my Twitter feed. But
Twitter is loved. Twitter is life. But no, I agree. I see more except our wager, and it's like Proofy, Saints, Embos, and then like Killa. That's not at all what the teams are. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is finally ready. We have all 8 players in. Yeah. It's a good time. Put your hands together, guys. Let's get this going, huh? No more problems.
I was going to clap.
We don't want any more.
I almost lost my controller there.
Well, taking a look here, Strictly Business, John, Method, Stainville, and the Fizzer. We are going to start this one off with Fizz the Kid, as we're going to be going in here as actually, it is this controller that does it. Good for you, Method.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm not driving, Scott. You are my driver. You are my light.
I'll guide you.
But on here, and this is what we saw out of Swanee.
Yep.
So let's see if Methods can get this set up. We know from an accuracy standpoint, he can certainly light things up. Already has 1 kill on the board here as he rotates. He should have an easy kill here on front.
Ooh. Well, he is going to dump down there. He's got a guy top pawn, and he's finally going to get cleaned up. Switching over to Fizzer here, as he is going to be pushing out Broken. He is looking to go for the enemy flag. He's going to get knifed down here, and we're going to switch over here to Classic, who is basically going to be patrolling this, trying to keep this A down. Down he goes, switching over to Huddle. Huddle now Broken Humvees. Now this is exactly what you want to hold here.
Yeah, he's in a great spot here, able to pick up 1, make it 2. Third was to his right. Teammate gives him help, and they're going to be able to get the first B control here for Most Wanted. He's in a pretty aggressive spot here. Does have a sub as well, so he's going to pick off these players. They push out front, tacks up another one. Should be able to get 2, but he will drop there to John.
Yep, now Slack pushing up here. He's got a lot of options here. He can actually push right through Hotel and kind of cancel out their A flag, which is exactly what he's going to do. But as you take a look at the minimap, you can tell there's 2 guys there right in front of Motel, and he's going to wrap around and try to get a little bit aggressive. There's 1, and that's going to force all the players back to him.
Yeah, great play, and he's going to rotate out here wisely. You saw 1 player did spawn their front strip. Oh, you have 2 players in strip, 1 left in Motel, and they've got this locked down pretty well right now. Nice grenade by Huddle. Slack able to turn on Methods, and they're turning it up right now. Look at that, Slack 4-0, Huddle 6-2. Both of them really getting it done off the start.
Yeah, and Huddle finally going to be taken out here. And as you're taking a look, Strictly Business is like, okay, guys, what are we going to do? We have to get out, and they're trying to go for this flank here through bottom pawn, and that, I believe, is going to be John, who is all the way in the back. So John, on your minimap highlighted, he's going to be the player to watch here.
Yeah, but you see via the minimap as well, there is a player waiting at home there for this play. So as soon as John gets on it, there should be a player rotating back here, I believe, from lower. He's actually going to come from high, able to get shots in. Nice job by John there, the pre-aim on the top, able to take him down, and they will get the flip. So they're going to have that outside control of A and C. Players are going to continue to spawn there, and they will be able to get this back pretty quickly.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Strictly Business, they did not send anyone on B. So this is actually still looking good here for Most Wanted, as finally down goes Method, or Fizzerp, and now we're going to switch over to Methods here, as I haven't really seen him do too much here with this thermal.
Yeah, we really only saw him off the start there, and then it was all Slacked and crew just crushing. I mean, all over their spawns. They weren't able to get a whole lot done, but about to get down to the final 2-minute mark. 20-second lead right now for Slacked and crew. They've got 2 players right now inside the strip. You can see via the minimap there is 1 player waiting there. As soon as they rotate out, they might get lucky with the timing, but no, he was ready.
Yep, so now Slack going to be pushing up. He is 7-1 with 3 captures. Not statting, just destroying. Switching over to Spacely here, going for the neutral on the A. He's got a guy coming over to his right. Can he win this battle? Gets hit by a grenade. A little bit of ring around the rosy here. He's going to go for the challenge. There's going to be 2 players. Has 1. Can't get the finish.
Great job there, staying alive for a while. Almost able to pick one up, but he will drop. Classic up top Broken will get taken out here. And just looking at it so far, I mean, it's been a good job by SB to try and hop back in this, but that early control out of Most Wanted just put them up to that 20-point advantage. They haven't been able to do a lot against it so far.
Yep, down goes another player here. That's going to be Stainville, and Method sent to the sideline here as he's able to get 1. as waiting for his teammates. He is holding down A as well, so Top Motel has kind of become such an important spot to hold down just because of how many teams go for these neutralizations. And we're going to switch over to Huddle here, who's in a very dominant position, is able to get this kill on the broken Humvees, waiting for his teammates to hop on, and he will be able to provide a lot of cover for them.
And this is a very similar play that we saw in the opening minute there, where he's able to put great coverage here with Slack. He's able to get one. Can he get two? Yes, but there's two more across the middle.
No!
Reloads there, but can't pick up the third. Teammates help him out. Spacely and Classic will clean up the rest of the squad. That was 4 down for SB. Control back in the hands of Most Wanted.
Yeah, this is a very, very big final 50 seconds here. They're actually going to get ready to push for a home cap. That's going to be Slack and Matt. Oh, God.
Huddle heating up.
Yeah, Huddle now is actually going to go for his gun as well. Has another guy for, oh, couldn't get that one. Slack down he goes as well, all up to Spacely to hold down the fort. No one on A. They're over on the broken side of things, and he is able to clean up one, and now he's going to go for the neutral. Oh, he's going to get taken down. Big play.
And, I mean, really, it was, what, about a 20-point advantage once Most Wanted broke out the early lead. With 20 seconds left, it looks like we're going to be looking at a pretty similar finish. So a lot of it really came down to that early break where they just got great control, kept pressure on the home cap there of SB, and didn't give it up.
Yep, and taking a look at the stats here, Huddle 16 and 10, make that 17 and 10, as he is just shooting hailstorms out of this thing, bro.
Hailstorms.
Yeah, I said it right.
Hey, it is our year anniversary,
yeah,
right?
I'm gonna make old jokes.
When was Atlanta? Is that back to, was that August?
That was August. That was August 7th, I think.
It's been quite some time, but there we will go through the first side, and just looking across from a slang standpoint, what are they plus? 8 or 9 there for Most Wanted. So they really controlled that as well. Methods and Stainville need to get it together a little bit. Methods
isn't that unusual that Methods, as we take a look at his setup, just so you can see, I mean, he's actually going to be switching to a sub right now. The last game, he started off with that thermal AR, and he does have it as well, and he has the most captures for his team. That's unusual.
Yeah, usually he's going to be your Slayer, but nice grenade there to mid-map, able to take out Classic on the B-Dom. And we'll see if he can heat up a little bit more. You know, they didn't really get control at any point, so he couldn't really just get those iron boots on and lock down mid-map. They were having to keep rotating because of the pressure from Most Wanted.
Yep, spots a player, bottom hotel. He's going to snake his way out of there. Slack now, highlight on your minimap. He is going to be going, just basically hanging out at his home flag. Spots one, cleans him up. His teammates all spawn on the strip. They should be rewarded with B here as long as they trade effectively. Down goes one player, and as you can tell on the minimap, oh man, Strictly Business all spawning in the back. They are just trapped. Look at this.
Yeah, look at mid-map. It's just almost wanted right now. They have it locked down. They're also getting pressure on their home cap since they spawned out. They are able to deal with that, but all 4 are coming out of the base now. Ton of time here for Most Wanted to get set up and hold this.
Yep, and now Classic has one guy. That's a big knife there. There's going to be a player in the bottom gas. He's going to elect to not go for C flag. And right now, Strictly Business is like, all right, how are we going to break out of this? And it's very, very hard. They have to win a couple of the battles, McMatt, but Classic is in such a dominant position here.
And look at the slang right now, because Slack and Huddle, man. 13 and 7 and 18 and 12. Slack also has 4 caps to go with that. And he's going to get pushed here low. Classic will eventually drop a minute and a half into this second side. The lead just continues to increase. We're up to about 30 points right now. And Slack and crew pushing towards the home cap. So a little bit of I was saying we're going to have that 2 pressure. We saw a bit out of Epsilon, but he will rotate out here to gas.
Yeah, and you know, the Vector is just so dominant still, in case anyone was wondering if that's changed. It is still the gun of choice. Slack does have a guy coming up, top broken, has another on bottom gas, is going to challenge the player, jumps out, and he is able to win it. Now he only has to worry about a guy top pawn and a guy top broken. His teammates are killing everything in sight. This lead is getting out of hand, Maven.
Yeah, this is going to be tough to come back from. You know, we have seen really, really big swings on this map in particular. This is one where you'll actually see 3 caps held for an extended period of time if you can push a spawn like Strip. But as it continues to grow, we're almost up to 40 points right now, and it's just getting harder and harder to imagine SB coming back in this one.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 36 seconds on the clock. Slack has one, cleans him up, and this is SB cannot buy a back diner spawn, and that's mainly because if you take a look here, Huddle is always pushing out bottom pawn and front diner, and that basically cancels out that spawn from happening. So an amazing job by them.
Yeah, that really makes it a lot easier to continue pressure across mid-map and on B, or to get a quick sprint there across and try to flip the home cap. But like you said, they've been controlling that side, so they've been forcing the back spawn pretty much every time. We've seen these 3 and 4 down situations where they're all spawning completely in the back of the map. Takes those extra few seconds to try and get out.
Yeah, and in case you guys don't know, Matthew can only get 36 points in a minute, so this is getting dangerously close here for Strictly Business. They have to really start putting it on. Slack calls that player out. The thermal scope, he is going to have one guy in front of him here. Oh, gets outshot. We're going to switch over to Huddle.
Yeah. That is not a battle you want to lose to a sub there, but he will get dropped. And like you said, with the points right now, I mean, they're in a position where they have to start pushing a 3 cap. They got to start pushing it now.
Well, and Fizzerp 20 and 15 with 1 cap. He's going to be pushing through the middle. They do have B. There are going to be players coming from the back of Strip. He is able to spot one. He's got another one over there. Slides into the closet. This is going to go well. They have the 3 cap here, Maven. They're all spawning in the back of Strip. None of them are choosing to go to C. Yep. And oh, that's a big battle.
I'm saying this is exactly what I said they needed. They need to get a 3 cap and 4 Strip. There's one. Can he get 2? Third out to the right. He's going to switch over to the Vector.
Oh, no!
There's the 3-piece from Stain.
Anyone wondering whether or not Stainville still has it? He does, and oh, that's a very unfortunate spawn here. As Most Wanted is actually going to get the diner. Stainville's not going to be expecting that. His teammates finally calling it out, and now they are all around him. He spots one player. Oh, he doesn't see him. He's going to be able to drop down, gets his eagle on there, cleans up one. There's going to be players coming out. That's going to be another 2-piece. 3 members down for Most Wanted. Stainville doing everything in his power to secure this W.
And they just have to hold this 2 cap or not allow any sort of neutral or anything right now. 40 seconds left. What is it? Leads down to 17. The comeback is real, but they were able to take B. They've got to try to get this neutral here as quickly as possible.
Yep, now Stainville trying to push out. He's got a guy going for that neutral here on A, and that's going to do it for game number 1. Going to the hands of Most Wanted. Stainville starting to turn it up, ended 17 and 23. But you cannot put a value on the 3-piece going for the trip.
Oh, it's huge, and that basically exactly what I said had to happen.
Exactly,
they got the 3 cap, they forced that strip spawn. I didn't think they were going to clean it up, but Stain went just beast mode, able to clean it up, but they need to keep trying to force that. You want to get the strip spawn.
Oh, you need the strip spawn.
They get that front diner. That's so easy to split out a diner and just go wherever you want. They sent, 2 towards B, some wrapped around towards C, and it was just too overwhelming for them to deal with. But hell of an effort out of SB over the last couple of minutes to try and pull that comeback.
Yeah, the collective effort from Most Wanted doing everything in their power to just secure that W. And really the big thing here, when you just look at it, I mean, Strictly Business, for the longest time until like the final, I don't know, 100 seconds, they kept pushing like different spots out when they were getting that back spawn. They were like, oh, we might go through gas. We might go through diner. We might actually rotate back to our flag. They were never on the same page.
Hello, friends.
But that is one hell of a game one.
Yeah, that's a great start. You know, we thought it was going to get away from them, but they were able to pull it back, make it an exciting one here for the fans. And game 2 is going to be Freight Search. All I can tell you is I expect a big game out of Fizzerp.
Stay tuned. That ended up being good.